Assalamualaikum and a very good morning I bid to all of you. So today we will discuss about the management of Samsung company. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Nur Iman Hannah, and from the very left, Muhammad Aiman, Aini Naziati, Akmal Nurakila, and Nurdina. But before we started, I would like to brief you about the Samsung company. The founder of Samsung company named Lee Byung-chul. Samsung has entered electronic industry in the late 1960s. Since 1990, Samsung has increasingly globalized its activities and electronics. In particular, its mobile phones and semiconductors have become its most significant source of income. Next, I will explain to you about the situational analysis, which consists of 4: strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. For the strength, Samsung is the world's most successful electronics manufacturer. Samsung also the world's #1 marketer of mobile phones with 30.99% of the world's largest market share in the year of 2018. Next, for the weaknesses, Samsung is lacking in terms of own operating system and quality. Samsung also has damaging its image by infringement. Next, we will move on to management function, which are planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. Akmal, would you tell us more about planning?
Okay, thank you, Iman. So I will explain about planning. As we all know, planning is how organizational resources are to be allocated and activities will be assigned to whom. Okay, for the mission of Samsung, Samsung indicates superiority, which implies quality and leadership. And for the vision of Samsung, actually promotes an inspiration-focused strategic objective that makes the business an influencer among societies. For the objective of Samsung, it is same as other company too. They have their own objective, which is to create the products and services that give customers satisfaction, the best satisfaction. Okay, for the strategies of Samsung Corporation, for a short-term goal, Samsung starting their renewable energy journey in regions or countries that are well equipped with infrastructure. And for the long-term goals, Samsung plan to seek ways to expand their renewable energy use. And besides that, there will barriers faced during the planning activities. For example, as I mentioned before, about Samsung want to plan to seek ways to expand their renewable energy use. But particularly in Korea, Korea's physical environment actually does not provide itself to the development of large-scale wind or solar facilities. So in this case, what Samsung do? Samsung with their initiative will actively cooperate with various stakeholders to enlarge green power infrastructures. Okay, as we know, there are a lot of major technology companies like Apple, Sony, Intel, Microsoft, LG, and many more. This kind of competitive lead to the high rate of innovation and high quality standards in Samsung's operation, technological, product, and development and design. So Samsung need to improve their planning in order to achieve what they want. Okay, next is organizing. Okay, Dina. Would you tell us about organizing? And my question is, does the company have a tall or flat management hierarchy?
Okay, thank you, Akmal. So Samsung has tall organizational structure. Managers in tall structure are associated with long chain of command. Samsung organizational structure is designed to promote technological innovation. Structural facilitation contributes to the effectiveness of implementing competitive strategy and intensive strategies for their own growth. So despite using product type division, Samsung uses centralized hierarchy. The corporate headquarters are the most notable manifestation of this hierarchy, which is part of an organizational design This characteristic of the organizational structure involved centralization or for overall strategic planning. Samsung Electronics have a centralized structure, making the top management own their authorities and powers over all their important decisions.
Okay, my last question is, does the company have diversity in their workforce?
Yeah, Samsung has diversity in their workforce. Samsung Electronics has upped its efforts to diversify its workforce. Samsung famous for recruiting workers from top universities. Kevin Wong, which is Samsung Executive Vice President of the Corporate Human Resources team at Samsung, stated that Samsung preferred female workers. This is because female workers not only have flexible mind, but also delicacy as well as leadership and the ability to easily adapt different environment.
Okay, thank you. We move on to leading.
Okay, talking about leading for Samsung, we know that leading is a process of organizing group members in order to achieve its organization goals. And talk about there are three approaches of leadership, which is theory, behavior, and contingency. And we notice that from Samsung, they are focused on Michigan studies, which more focus on product oriented. But actually, in this term have two, which is product oriented and employee oriented. Talking about product oriented, this company more focus on its quality, which is maintaining high quality of this product. As we know that Samsung have high scandal with their quality, and this is what they aim. And next is about their reward power. About the power, this company focus on reward power, which is giving incentive towards their employee. And there are few barriers during leading, which is trying something new, which is all leaders are lack of that skill, because we never knew what to try something new. We are comfortable with our style and we want to try something new. And another one is Samsung is lack of most of their leaders are more strict on their product until they forget to socialize with their employees. And because we know that every human being need to be socialized. And that's for me, leading. And next, Ainin going to tell us about controlling.
So I'm going to tell about controlling. Firstly, we have to know types of control method used by Samsung. There are 4 types of control that is used by Samsung, which is feed-forward control, concurrent control, screening control, and post-control. First, feed-forward control. Samsung will ensure all their materials are in a good quality by following certificate procedure. Second, concurrent control. This control focuses on preventing anticipated problems before they arise. For example, suppliers perform corrective actions on material-related issue. Thirdly, screening control, or as known as yes or no control. For Samsung, final approval is granted only when all members of top management reach mutual agreement of finished product. Lastly, post-control. Samsung's logistic processor will assemble all their finished products for the final inspection before they are shipped to customers. Next, we also have to know about how company control their supplier. For Samsung, any company who wish to do business with Samsung, they have to send their business proposal to Samsung portal. Samsung will evaluate all their suppliers to control sustainability risks. They will be notified of their final assessment outcomes at the end of each year. With that, they have to make sure that they develop improvement with the guidance and help from Samsung. That's all from me.
Okay. For the conclusion, we can see that it is very clear that mission, vision, policy, marketing strategies, technological updates, and research and development are the key features for the progress of a Samsung company? In the research of Samsung, it is obvious that Samsung is keeping all of these factors under consideration. Even though Samsung is facing tough competition from its rival companies, especially in the UK and Europe, Samsung still holds a big place in entertainment products. So that's all from us. Thank you.
Thank you.